Come here. No eyebrows. My name is David Morgan. I'm 63 years old. I've been retired since I was 55. I have 5 children. I have 14 grandchildren. I was a firefighter for 32 years. And now I'm enjoying being a grandfather. I didn't really want to be a firefighter, but I joined the Air Force right out of high school. And at that time, the Air Force needed firefighters and they needed military police. And I was on the side of military firefighters. I had to go 9 weeks to a school in Chicago. So I spent 9 weeks learning what I need to learn. And depending on what school you're in, every one of those have tests that you take to advance. If you don't advance, then you fail the school and you have to go back and start over. When I went to some of the schools, I was older than most of the people. So physically it was a little bit harder for me, but I still stuck with it and did pretty good. Going to rescue school, there was a time when you had to go through called the tunnels, and the tunnels were completely dark and you could barely fit through them, and you had to get through them and you had to buddy breathe. You had somebody with you and you run out of the air and the other person has air, so you got to practice going between each other. And the person that was with me was a firefighter that did a lot of drinking the night before, so he was having a hard time. And if you threw off your mask during the test, you automatically fail and have to go back a week. So he threw up in his mask, and buddy breathing gets you connected to the mask, and he didn't dare throw it off because he didn't want to go back. So buddy breathing got kind of hard for me, but we made it through. It was gross. We also, when we went to rescue school, we also had a thing where you could only fit yourself going through and not your equipment that you have on your back or anything else. So you have to take everything off and put it to the side while you're still breathing air, go through the hole that you have to go through, and then bring your equipment through, and then put it back on, okay? And you have to do that in the dark, which is really difficult. And you still have bunkers on, and bunkers are, I mean, you know, you're sweating. It's 100 degrees outside. It was difficult, but we got it. The things I learned at school was just the basics of firefighting. And whenever I'd get in trouble or get in a situation, I could always go back to the basics and it would take me through whatever I need to do. When I started, it wasn't a very popular field, but now it's really, really popular because it pays good and it's a fun job and it has good retirement. And I would suggest that you join a volunteer firefighting and then get a lot of training while you're there, and then you can start putting in for the positions, whatever you would like to do. But it does take a lot of training and a lot of schoolwork. Yeah, so yeah, start volunteering so you can get that stuff for free.